Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My friend Nick in the back is going to keep me honest. I could eat, sleep, and breathe this topic, and I'm glad that all of you joined me today. So, my name is Andrea Kittelson. I am an expert in patching the human operating system. And today I'm going to share with you some really quick, easy ways for you to, starting today, incorporate some jazz into a security awareness program. I have a wide background. I started and pioneered Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin's very first cybersecurity awareness program, and I'm really proud of that. Once that was up and running, it was then that Rockwell Automation stole me shamelessly away and said, "Hey, Andy, we see you. Come on over here and work on a global basis." And so for 5 years, I managed Rockwell Automation's cybersecurity awareness program globally, 28,000-ish employees. Just a year ago, I decided, it seems like once my programs are up and running, I get a little bored. I'm like, what's next for me? So a year ago, I transitioned from IT to OT. And while the IT-OT crossroads are real, there is a real learning curve, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. So I manage the security awareness program at Rockwell Automation on the OT side, managing our products. It's been a wild ride, but my passion is in the human training and awareness side, the human operating system, as I like to coin it. In my spare time, I'm on several advisory boards, University of Wisconsin Stout and Marine Park Technical College. I founded the Security Awareness Professionals community, which started here in Wisconsin, and then it went to the Midwest, and now we are nationwide. A group of experts. So if you're sitting there and you manage your own security awareness program for your company and you think, hey, I want to be a part of the community of other experts so I don't have to reinvent the wheel and start from scratch, reach out to me. Or if you are the leader and you have someone at your company who is managing the security awareness program, reach out to me. And we're always looking for new experts to join our community, and we are across all different industries. Let's see, what else do I do? My master's is in career and technical adult education, and I thought that's important for you to know, like, why should we be listening to her? I always find it fascinating when I talk with other experts about their security awareness programs, and they say, yeah, we train, we have a CBT, computer-based training, we do it once a year, and that should be good. But let me ask you, how long did it take you to get your degree for what you do every day? The majority of our employees did not go to school for IT, or they certainly may not have gone to school for security, and yet we give them a mind-blowing 30-minute training that they have to sit through and plug through. We say, we're good, we'll see you in 364 days, which is the worst thing. If there's nothing that you take away from my talk today, it's that cybersecurity training cannot and should not be a one and done. And so what I'm going to do today is show you what I've done at Rockwell Automation and how we elevated the program. And if you are not managing a security awareness program and you're just here for some entertainment, we have 25 minutes of a wild ride for us. So I'm going to talk with you about how to create a layered approach, and you could pretty much adapt these theories into your personal life if you're not managing a security awareness program. But stop, drop, and roll. By show of hands, who here has ever been on fire and had to stop, drop, and roll? Not one person. Yet from little on, we are trained diligently that if you catch on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Yet no one in here has ever caught on fire. Yet we know what to do. It's easy, it's simple, it's basic, right? Did you know that in 1971 or 72, we'll have to fact check Andy Kittelson, it was called Learn Not to Burn. Now, learn not to burn, while it's interesting, it is not a one-stop shop. I have to go somewhere else and do more research or learn not to burn in order not to burn. They changed it from learn not to burn to stop, drop, and roll because it's a one-stop shop. Anybody can comprehend what stop, drop, and roll means. Now, what does that have to do with security? We make our security awareness programs far too complicated. And I'm going to show you today how you can make your security awareness training as easy as stop, drop, and roll. So my challenge for you is to at least take 2 things that you can use in your professional or personal life and start using them immediately. Oops, here we go. So you need to make it easy for your leaders. If you're a leader, I imagine the amount of emails that come flying into your inbox, and you pick and choose which ones are important to you. At Rockwell Automation, our leadership really truly stands behind its people. And so I'm going to show you this first example of how I got leadership buy-in to support my Cybersecurity Awareness Month, which is in October. October is my jam. It's my birthday month. Cybersecurity Awareness Month. They just go hand in hand. But I realized I needed to get other people as excited about it as I was, and those people had to be the leaders because it comes from top down. So for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, I went to my CEO. I worked with my CISO, and I said, hey, we need to get Blake Moret on board. We need to get Blake talking about Cybersecurity Awareness Month, because if he talks about it, everyone else will talk about it. So I got together with my CISO, our Chief Information Security Officer, and I said, hey, I just need 5 minutes of Blake's time. And by golly, she got me 5 minutes of Blake Moret's time, and I talked with him about what our plans were for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and I got him to shoot a video. I said, I need nothing fancy. I have no budget. I need you to take your phone and take a video of yourself, a minute or 2. Tell me why people should care about cybersecurity awareness at Rockwell Automation, and just email it over to me. I'll take care of the rest. So he did that. Our CEO took time and sent me a video. If you ask, the worst thing that can happen is that they'll say no. And I'll tell you, when I proposed this to my CISO, she was like, I'm not asking Blake Moret to do a video. And I said, I'll do it. I'll ask him. My CISO also gave me a quote and shot a video. And I said, oh, and then I got hungry. I was like, okay, I got the CEO, I got my CISO. How can I get the other senior executives involved? Because I know that they meet quarterly with their teams. They have all-hand meetings, and I want them talking about how and why people should be involved in Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So back to the emails. We wake up, there's 300-400 emails, and you're like, how am I going to get through these all today? So I told my CISO, please take this video, send it to the senior executives, tell them that right away in the morning when they grab that cup of coffee or tea or pop or whatever it is, hit play, sit back, and just start their day with it. That's all that they'll have to do. And so this is exactly what got sent to all of the senior executives within Rockwell Automation.
Small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Smoking room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume.
So the Rockwell Band exists, and they are out on YouTube. Check them out. I did not know that Rockwell Automation had a band called Rockwell, but how awesome is that? You just might have a band within your own company, too. Maybe your kids are in a band. Maybe get the high school local band involved. There are so many different creative things happening under your own roof, and I just happened to follow upon our Rockwell Band on our Yammer channel when COVID shut down. I thought, well, now what am I going to do? And I know a lot of you are pulling out your phones, so here is a screenshot of my Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Feel free to snag a picture of it. But I thought, well, how am I going to get people's attention? And I loved all the people that were on the hallway during Journeys Don't Stop Believing that came in to join us, so welcome. I can't blame you. And I've already challenged you once today, but here's the second challenge. I really triple dog dare you not to get that song stuck in your head. And every time you hear Journeys Don't Stop Believing, you're going to think of Andrea Kittelson's cybersecurity awareness problem. That's not a problem. That's a good thing. Program. I tell you, I did this a few years ago, and I still get random people at Rockwell that will email me and say, just heard Journeys Don't Stop Believing, thought of your security program. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who you are, but I like you. So, you got to hit people on a level that they care about. People came in here, they heard the song, they're like, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to listen to what she's got to say. Maybe they're like, I hate Journey. What the hell's going on in there? I'm going to go see what's happening. Either way, I got attention. A lot of things were planned out on a weekly basis throughout Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Now, earlier I told you don't do a one and done, right? We don't want to do one training and be done with it. So Cybersecurity Awareness Month, I do it big, and there's something every week. But you need to be talking to your employees on a regular cadence, and you need to have a face for your Cybersecurity Awareness program. Why? Well, did you know that employees forget their cyber training after one day? 70%. So all that time, all that money, all the translations, all the validation, all the testing, they're going to forget it after one day. 90% will forget it after a week. So this is why we need to have regular conversations, regular connection, regular touch base with our employees. So this is my way of incorporating sensory into my program. And I'm doing this now on the OT side. So I'm taking my own advice, sharing with you what worked for me in the IT world. So how did I incorporate sight and sound into my program? If you don't already have a logo for your security program, it should be your number one thing. People recognize stuff. Think of your own life. Think of your logos, your Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Instantly, you saw the colors. You saw the imagery, right? YouTube, Instagram, whatever your thing is, you know what that logo looks like. So think about your company. Think about the culture. And try to make sure that the logo is part of the family. You don't want it to be the second cousin 3 times removed. And then you're like, where did this come from? So make it look like it's part of the family, and then push it. Have it in your email signature. Have your team members put it in their signature. That stuff's free. If you're saying, Andy, I don't have a budget, that stuff's free. So logo your brand your security awareness program. We had been using Cofense. We've transitioned now to a different vendor, but when we did have Cofense, we loved to say, when in doubt, click the trout. And we had fish trouts for people who were the fastest reporters, and we rewarded the program. Then when we rolled out Reporter for mobile, people were like, I don't know how to report from my phone. And our sales crew was always on their phone. So you got to make it easy. So here's a little video on which ellipsis to click. So easy that they will do it. In November, we have Automation Fair. And so folks were going to be going to Automation Fair, and that is our biggest company-wide event. And I said I want to get cybersecurity involved. So one way I did that was through a game. So I took our security manager, physical security manager. He's in the middle there. I'm on the bottom. The gal on the top just happened to be the most well-followed person on Yammer at Rockwell Automation. I had not known her, never carried a conversation with her. I simply went on Yammer and I said, who is the most liked person? Who's looking at all of their stuff? And I found my friend Grace, and I said, Grace, I've got a project for you. We're gonna play Security Feud, and we gave tips on how to be safe when you were down at Automation Fair. The thing that I'm most proud about that is there were 6,945 views. That was by far my highest work-related post, so I was pretty pumped about that. When COVID shut down, people were wearing masks, and I started to think anybody with hearing impairment would have an issue or a harder time hearing, seeing things. So one of my security ambassadors in mere conversation said, oh yeah, I know sign language. And I said, all right, well, shoot me a little video, and she did.
Don't forget, wash your hands and stay healthy.
Details, folks. It's all about the details, and people remember this stuff. They appreciate it. Let's talk about sight and touch. So we do capture the flags, and our partner is Immersive Labs. I think that Immersive Labs does a really nice job with Capture the Flag. I'm gonna check out the Capture the Flag that's here. Our Capture the Flag was a week-long event. We do Rockwell Automation nationwide, so you cast that net, and anybody looking for open positions on your team to get filled, guess what? You do a Capture the Flag, you open it up house-wide, and you're gonna find people who have been working at your company for umpteen years, and they're looking for a change. Why are you taking a Capture the Flag and you're crushing it if there's no security in your title? You might wanna touch base with that person. Hey, you looking for a career change? Another thing about sight, sound, and touch. So 2 years ago, we had excruciating cold winter, and it went across the country. So we have a lot of business over in Poland, so those folks knew what cold was. There were other areas, obviously, in the world that do not understand what cold is, but we did our first ever ice fishing tournament, and I have yet to talk with anybody who's done an ice fishing tournament. That strikes conversations, all kinds of conversations. You hear, do you guys really go on the lake and drill a hole and sit on it and ice fish? And I say, darn right we do. We bring our shanties out, our snowmobiles, and maybe play a little sheep's head, wait for the tip-ups to go. We have a ball. But then you're talking about fishing, and then you embed the P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G in there. So we also partner with a company called AwareForce. So that is another one of my vendors, AwareForce, and I have their information on another slide. They put together this video. I said, hey, we're going to be doing an ice fishing campaign. And Richard, the owner, said, ice fishing campaign? I'm definitely interested, and I want to do a video for you. So this was our promo video. And there's our logo. AwareForce is excellent. If you are not working with them, I would check them out. This is what they do for us on a monthly basis. So every other week, we push out a newsletter, And we encourage our employees to share the newsletter with their family and friends so they can be the CISO at home. If you encourage and build your employees to be competent CISOs at home, they're going to bring that same ethic and personality and security mindset into the workplace. None of the newspaper or newsletters are proprietary, and so that is why the partnership with AwareForce is so great. I really rely on them. I was a party of one managing a 28,000 global company security awareness program. So AwareForce really set me up for success because as stuff happened in the wild, they would come to me and say, hey, Andy, I know that we have this newsletter set up to go out next week, but we're pulling it and we've got a brand new one that is current and up to date with what's happening in the wild. And I couldn't ask for a stronger partner than that. They also have interactive things within their newsletters. Crossword puzzles for your ReadWrite learners. They have a video almost in every issue that you've seen and heard before. So there's your audio, visual, ReadWrite, and here is how we show the cues for a simulated phishing. So if there's a fish that's out there, where you should see the red cues from. I am not paid by AwareForce. I just really love the vendors that I'm sharing with you all today. So I know what you're all thinking. All right, she's talked about 4 of the 5 senses. How is she going to talk about, no, 3 of the 5. How is she going to talk about smell and taste? Wait for it. With a cookbook. I mean, come on, y'all. So we did a call for recipes, not security related. We said, hey, we're going to put together a cookbook. And this was also when COVID was shut down. We're all at home. And I said, send us your family secret recipe or send us your favorite recipe. And we had a global call. We had just shy of 150 recipes that came in, which was awesome. And then we embedded our security message. Would you share great-great-great-great-grandma's chocolate chip cookie recipe? You shouldn't share your password either. You hit them on a personal level, and they're reading a cookbook, and then, bam, there's a security message. Or you're at dinner, and the kids say, wow, Mom, this is really good. Where'd this recipe come from? And you say, Rockwell Automation's Shield to Fork Security Cookbook. Or they say, Mom, this was terrible. Don't make this again. Yeah, I got it from the Rockwell Automation Security Shield to Fork Cookbook. Either way, they're talking about my security cookbook, and all of you can check it out. There are some really awesome, great recipes on the Shield to Fork Cookbook. So what I really want to just emphasize in the last 5 minutes I've got here and then open it up for any Q&A, or if you want to come up and chat with me, we'll have a few minutes left. But remember, life is a journey, pun intended. Don't stop believing. It is not a one-size-fits-all. You need to communicate on a regular cadence. Do not do a one-and-done program. And hopefully I've shown you just a few detailed ways of how you can incorporate sensory into your cybersecurity awareness program and make it so that it is as easy, retainable, relatable as stop, drop, and roll. Again, I'm Andrea Kittelson. Please reach out to me on LinkedIn if you want to continue the conversation, because obviously I like it a little bit. And, you know, first off, I want to thank all of you for your time, and come on up if you have any questions or want to talk to me further about this topic. Thanks, everybody.